how to make the narcissist respect you. You're listening to this video asking, how do I make the narcissist respect me? Or you may well be thinking, I don't think that you can, HG, but I want to hear you talk because you talk absolute sense, absolute fact, and you know what you're referring to when it comes to narcissists and the narcissistic dynamic. I can't fault your logic in the second instance. You're absolutely right about that. First of all, why do you want the narcissist to respect you? If you realise that you're dealing with a narcissist, you obey the first golden rule of freedom. You get out, you stay out. You're dealing with a narcissist. That means you're dealing with somebody that you can't control. That means you're dealing with something that's designed not to be controlled. You're dealing with someone that is capricious and arbitrary, at least from your perspective, with regard to how they behave towards you. You're dealing with someone that uses manipulation against you every single time they interact with you, whether it's benign or malign. You're dealing with somebody who only sees you as an appliance. You're an object to them. You're dealing with somebody who only wants you because of how you provide the prime aims of fuel and control and character traits and residual benefits. This person doesn't like you. This person doesn't love you, doesn't care about you, isn't interested in you for you. They're not interested in making your life better for the sake of it being something good for you. They would only make your life better because it serves their purpose. We have no emotional empathy for you. And therefore the individual that you're thinking, well, can I make this individual respect me? I want to. Well, first of all, you're dealing with a narcissist. So get out and then ensure that you stay out. But then it begs this question. Why do you want the narcissist to respect you? Logically, and you ought to be able to accept the forceful logic, the cold, brutal truth, that there is no logical reason to continue to engage with this person, given what I've just described to you. No matter what you might say to me in terms of, well, HG, I need to continue to involve with them because not only will I be able to debunk, if you will, the reason that you provide, I will then be able to give you at least 4 reasons why you shouldn't be doing it. So, for instance, let us say you say, well, HG, I want to continue to be involved with this narcissist because the sex is really hot and I might as well get something out of it. Okay, fair enough. You accept that you're dealing with a narcissist. You largely understand what that entails. And you, as an adult in charge of your own life, has made a considered decision to say, I'll take the sex, thank you very much. And I realise they don't love me, and I realise that they manipulate me, and I realise I'm giving them fuel, but I don't care as long as I'm getting a good bunk up. That itch is getting scratched. A good old game of hide the sausage is being played. However, so let us say that's a valid reason in itself. 1-0 to you. Well, first of all, you're giving fuel to the narcissist, which the narcissist wants. And even though you may say, well, I'm not bothered about that, that's still giving something to the narcissist. 1-all. You will suffer an adverse consequence. You might think, no, it's purely sex. I don't want anything more from it. But the narcissist chooses when that sex takes place. For all you might think, I'm the one that decides when we fuck. No. It's down to the narcissist. If the narcissist gives it to you, it's because the narcissist is determined, unconsciously where lesser or mid-range, or consciously where greater or ultra, that the interests were best served by getting down to some hanky-panky with you, discussing Ugandan affairs. And therefore, the narcissist can also decide not to give it you. And therefore, you become frustrated, angry, hurt that the one thing that you thought was decent from your interaction with this narcissist is being denied to you. 2-1 now to the narcissist. Thirdly, you will increase your emotional thinking because you're interacting with the narcissist. You are getting physical with the narcissist. You're thinking about the narcissist. You'll be communicating with the narcissist about the arrangements for when you're going to get it on. Increased emotional thinking results in bad decisions and increases emotional pain. 3-1 to the narcissist. You're also more likely to prompt additional hoovering, even when it's unwelcome, because you're putting yourself on the radar of the narcissist by wanting to have sex for one. So even though you think that you're getting something decent out of it, some hot sex, that might not even happen, and as I've just explained, there are other downsides surrounding it. It is not a step that is logical. Accordingly, thinking that you can somehow gain the respect of the narcissist is not logical. But yet why do you feel compelled to want to gain it? Well, part of it is because you are a fair person. As an empath, you have a sense of decency. And since you have behaved in a respectful way towards the narcissist, you expect, and it isn't haughty or arrogant of you to think this way, that you should receive some respect as well, that you should get a bit of RESPECT. Isn't going to happen. Because you'll be given the impression of respect when it suits the narcissist to do so in order to control you as part of the manipulation to achieve the prime aims, and then it'll be taken away from you. We don't respect anybody. How can we? We have no emotional empathy. How can we treat somebody with respect if we're abusing them? It doesn't stack up, does it? And that's the logic. But you are driven to want the respect from us because, first of all, you have been respectful towards us, and it's only fair, it's only right that if you've been respectful, then we should be also. Moreover, as an empathic individual, it is something that is important to you to be respected. You're not asking for fanfares and medals. You just want some respect. In the words of Erasure, a little respect. That's all you're looking for. But again, if you are given it by us, it's only because we're manipulating you, and therefore it's a false respect, and a lot of the time we don't even provide it to you because our narcissism dictates that there is absolutely no point in showing it to you. Therefore we don't. We are creatures of economy and efficiency. Our narcissism dictates that we take certain steps to achieve what we want. If that benefits you at the same time, bully for you, but it's only because it gave us what we wanted. If it doesn't, you don't get it. And therefore, we are not capable of giving you respect. When it appears that we're doing so, it's false and it's a manipulation, and most of the time, we will not give you the respect that you crave. Your craving for that respect, your desire to achieve it, is invariably driven by the corruption of your relevant empathic traits and possibly, say, your narcissistic trait of pride by your elevated emotional thinking. You're being conned into thinking that you should get respect from the narcissist and that you can get respect from the narcissist. You cannot, and you should give up on this fool's errand, realizing that what you're doing is not only unachievable, but is causing you to suffer additional problems, as I've already outlined. Anybody that tells you that you can command the respect of the narcissist doesn't understand narcissism, and is either a well-intentioned victim who gets it wrong, or more likely evidencing the grandiosity of a mid-range narcissist who, as a part of their unaware need for control, is telling you that you can achieve this, that you can somehow manipulate the manipulator into giving you respect. Remember, we don't have it in us. How can we give you something that we don't actually have? It's the same as love. We do not have the capability or the capacity to love. What we do have is the capability and the capacity to make you think that we love you because we've learned how to corrupt the narrative of love to portray romance in a particular way. It's the same with respect. We have none for you, and it's time you started to respect that fact. This has been a Tudor treatment. I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for listening.